'tis me. Going live today because I missed TiltyBird and I don't know what to do with myself. I got up, I did all the morning bits. I had a lie-in because I was up late on Eric's stream. I woke up just before 8 to check because I thought Hour One Hub Cult was on at 8 a.m. So I was like, oh, I'll jump up and see what's going on there. But then I suddenly rescheduled it to 5 p.m. today. So I'll see that a little bit later. And I didn't know what to do with myself. So I caught up a little bit on some stuff I missed yesterday. And yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of this since it's taken a good while. It's probably going to take a good while more. So I thought, why not? Yeah, jump on and do a little bit of this and see what chat's saying. I'll wait till some people are here. Ask some questions. Might have some surprise guests jumping in. Let me know if you want to jump in. Maybe possible. So, with neurographic art, the more lines you do, the longer it's going to take. I have done many, many lines, so it's taken quite a while. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of this. I'm going to do a bit of painting. Oh, I'm going to do some painting in some areas that will help me maybe do a few lines afterwards. That's what I'm going to do. And have tea break. Have a sip of tea, have recommended sips. And hello to whoever is here. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, what's going on here? What I'll have to do. I don't have many colours up here. But I do have blue and red. That's a bit of a mucky palette. I got my bottles as well, so we can try again with the pouring, which isn't pouring. It's going to be a budget version of pouring because I'm not buying all of the fancy bits that I actually need to do it. But yeah, I don't know who's here. I don't know if chat's working. If someone could just give me a test or hi, I would super appreciate that. I hope I didn't set it up with no chat. That'd be a bit rubbish, wouldn't it? I was kind of hoping on some input. Oh, hello. Thank you so much. It's working. Appreciate that. Thank you, new name. Okay, we got some blue. Oh, I didn't put my apron on. I've immediately got paint all over my hands. Here we go. Apron time. Because I am a mucky little squirrel. So yeah, one thing that I caught up on that I found really, really interesting was Natalie's live with her sister Lana. Hi Joe, thank you for being here. I just missed the stream. I missed the stream today, so I thought I'd do this one. Yeah, if anyone didn't catch Natalie's second live yesterday with her sister Lana, it's just I think especially if you have siblings, it's just crazy to watch and to see how disconnected they've always been. And there's the thing about family disconnection. You don't have to leave Scientology to be a victim of it. Her and her sister were very much disconnected when they were both in and children. Then that just blew my mind. The fact that her sister could be working for OSA and she had no clue because she hardly seen her and she'd just get moved and insane. Oh, thank you. Hi, Ophelia. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. I was feeling a little bit lonely. I was without TiltyBird, but they were on with Eric. I joined them yesterday for drinks, joints, and crafts, but it was probably gone midnight here when it started. I think it was 12:20, and I did not have the goodness to give. I muted myself and was chatting away on mute for ages, and then started going out of the lines. And I was like, "Yeah, I need to stop this now. I need to end this. Put the pen down. Step away from the art table. Go to bed. My dexterity is working against me. It isn't great anyway." Show you what I was doing. Put it down here, not that one. Yes. Come hither. I was doing Zen doodles. So Zen doodles is just a type of doodling that relaxes you, unless it's really, really late. And here we go. And you start doing stuff like this, look, messing up lines up. Not happy with that. But yeah, it was fun. Fun to do. One sec. Oh, Joe was watching until 3 a.m. Oh dear. No, I couldn't. I couldn't. I went to bed, obviously went and sorted myself out, let the dogs out, got into bed, thought I would just put the stream on and like put the volume down. So I did that, and then I heard Farrell Cheryl's voice, and I was like, Cheryl, take me back in, coach. I can do this. My eyes were like cemented shut. There was no way they were opening. So yeah, I just fell asleep. Yeah, valiant effort, 3 a.m. Wow. That's what I said, Fluffer. Motto of Sciento, disconnecting families in and out of Sciento for decades. Yup. Eric's panel art stream was fun. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to need somebody, some kind and patient person. Maybe you, Maya. No pressure. To teach me how to be better, because I get frustrated because my hands don't always do what I tell them to do. And they don't really have that great of a vision. So I think I struggle with like normal art. But I would like to try. I would like to try and be more creative and maybe know how to use my watercolors more, rather than just slapping it on, which works. It's been working for me so far, but yeah, it might be nice to know how to use them properly. Oh, they get into music. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, I'm going to start with the green. Yeah, it was super fun. Oh, already gone out. It'll be okay. Oh. The concentration. Yeah, I know Eric likes this. Oh, I don't like that. Why do people beep? Why do people beep when they're outside the house? Like, everyone has phones. Little pet peeve there, sorry, coming out. Oh, did anyone see that Streets LA has done a community post? I've done a post on his community page, just saying that Francois Costa's appeal has been denied, denied, denied. So looks like she's gonna have to pay for the lawyer fees, which wah, wah, sucks to suck. That's all I have to say. It sucks to suck. And I don't know how she's kept a license. I really don't. Like, if you have a bar that facilitates drugging someone so you can R them, like, how is that person in any way of sound judgment to run a place that people can consume alcohol? It just blows my mind. It literally blows my mind. I don't like. I don't think you wouldn't let someone who had, who was well known for having terrible food hygiene. You wouldn't let them run a restaurant. So how are you going to let someone who has terrible moral standards on the R-ing of women? I don't know. It blows my mind. It's just so crazy. It's insane. It makes no sense to me how there isn't things against that, or are there things against that? Because that's what this thing's got me thinking now. If anyone hasn't seen the news, from Denmark, from Scientology up north and Aaron Hub Cult, there are united across the board politicians, right, left, middle, independent, all saying what Scientology is doing there is disgusting and a violation of many of the laws they have. And they don't have to make new laws, they just have to go in and enforce the laws they already have. That has to be the case in more places. I say it has to be in a optimism, childlike way. But I do believe there has to be. There has to be. It's not okay. Like, anywhere that has human rights laws will then have a penalty for violation, surely. And there's so many fantastic people in this community that are just incredible at finding stuff, collecting it, compiling it all together. Hi, Juanita. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you. Juanita is amazing. Has been out in Chicago for ages. Think she was streaming on Facebook before YouTube. So she's been out there for way longer than you may know if you've just checked out her YouTube channel. Bilingual as well, so she's informing people in Spanish, I believe. Um, just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for everything you do, Juanita. Yep, Irish Mark, absolutely correct. F sign O corruption, greasing the right palms. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to Audit LA and all the amazing work she is doing to raise awareness at the meetings. 100%. I cannot say, I cannot praise Audit LA enough. She's just uh tenacious, relentless. Um, she's got some gumption. She's got that je ne sais quoi. She has that something, and I'm so happy she is putting her efforts towards not only her local community, but the efforts of exposing the abuse of Scientology and bringing the cult to an end. It's just, yeah, what a person to have. Um, yeah, if we could just duplicate a few audit LAs, one for every state. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Bike guy as well. We'll put him in there just for backup. He does great. This is the thing. I don't think anyone does great by themselves. There's always people in the background helping out and doing stuff and going, no, 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 don't worry, I don't, don't mention me, I'm fine. It's incredible. She met the counsellor the other day and literally went with him all the way. And he was like, I've got to go into a meeting now. And she was like, well, where do I go? And he was like, okay, go to my office. She was like, will do. Right now. Fantastic. Where's everyone using their horn? Is this National Bit Your Horn Day? What's going on? Everyone's lost their beeping mind. Oh, I'm silly, Emma. Yeah, persistent. She's totally persistent. Hey, Brad, how you doing? You work today? Or are you chilling? This paint is not doing amazing things. I'm not blown away, shall we say. It's because I buy cheap everything. This was on sale. Oh dear. It's okay. It'll be alright. Okay, recommended sips. Recommended sips. You didn't miss a lot. I've been talking about bits and bobs. Streets LA put a community post up about Francois Costa losing her appeal. So sad, so sad. I was talking about the live Natalie did yesterday with her sister Lana and how they were already so disconnected before, whilst they were both in the Sea Org. Teenagers. That was really scary, some of that as well. Oh, dear me. This is going terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. Too much paint on my brush. Is my head in the way? Oh, look, I've changed all the camera angles around. Moved everything around so you could actually see what I'm doing. And then just put my head in the way. What else went on yesterday? What am I missing? I think Miss Kim was out in Texas, Austin, Texas. Didn't get to watch much of that yet. Also, if there is someone on the site and there's issues with them, I don't know if people just keep sending me on wild goose chases, and it wastes a lot of time, and I just don't want to do that. But yeah, if you see something like someone being I think people have told me there's someone on the list who's been really racist and misogynistic and da 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 da. My thing is, I just want someone to go on the site, be able to click on someone and learn something about Scientology. Obviously, everyone has lives and people do different things. So if they're not learning about Scientology, at least it's not going to be something that really misrepresents the point that it's there for. So if someone does, see something like that, if you could send me clips or be like, in this video at this time, this happens, and I can go and see. But I just don't. I just want to use my time to help support people, watch videos, make timestamps, make clips, um, find resources for the resource page or the database that Bridget's putting together for the site. That has been like, I've been like a fucking dog with a bone with that. That has been something that I've just dreamed of. The fact that it's getting done, the fact that other people are coming from around the globe to say, oh no, I live in this area, I can find the information out for here, I'll do that and send that into you. That's amazing. That is so helpful. There is no way I ever thought this would be something I would attempt to do by myself, because there's just no way. There's just no way. And then Bridget obviously come on board, and she has been just a dream, just so fantastic. But she's only one person. She's a fantastic person, but she's still only one person. There's still only so many hours in the day. She still needs to sleep and have a life. So the fact there's been people like TiltyBird to come forward and say, "Oh no, I'll take care of this part of Canada." Jeff hasn't doesn't know it. I do accredit him, to all the stuff I find through him, but he has been fantastic help to find resources throughout Canada as well. Rika has been brilliant for giving resources in Portland. We've had people reach out from all places. My mind's going a bit blank, but it really has been incredible. And if you live somewhere that's near an org, and you have resources just to stop people going into Scientology, you're thinking maybe because they're bored, lonely, want self-improvement, all the things they're trying to get them in with. If we have resources for that, it's an alternative. It's an alternative. If someone's like, I'm really lonely and I want to go in there, and you're not planning on inviting them back for a cup of tea and to be their friend, and that's what they need, saying, oh, there's these groups and these groups and these groups, that can be really helpful. And then if you think of someone leaving, they might need to get identification, they might need help with therapy, they might need help with accommodation, education. So yeah, if you have anything like that, through any of the orgs, I'm pretty sure there's a list of all of the orgs, potentially missions, maybe not all of the missions, but some of them at least. I think that's on the site. I think NatCat did that. I think. Poor NatCat. I'm not gonna be her favourite. I got a name wrong and I called her Natbat, and it's not Natbat, it's NatCat. I'm just a tit. How we doing, chat? Back to work. Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for popping in for a bit. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, there's so many amazing people in the community. Yeah, if you ever click on sptv.space and there's no one live, it will say there is no one live, but give you options to check out like the resources. So you can check on there, and there are there's a box called calls to action, and that'll have things like the contact for the IRS. There's the never in sheet to report stuff there. I'm getting better internet soon, so I can't see the lines. Darn you. So when I do, I might try and get my laptop set up. So when I'm streaming, I have a laptop on, and watch chat better. Not be so awful. Oh yeah, the community is amazing. And if you're near somewhere and you Google certain things, it will come up easier because it's your area. So yeah, even if you're sort of just close to. Like, I'm not that close to the Birmingham org, but close enough to get stuff pop up. I forgot why I was doing this. The whole point of me doing this was to fill in some bits so I could do the lines. Meow. And I've just been going wherever. Because why not? I feel like I was super busy yesterday. Has anybody got sort of a highlight of 2024 in the SPTV community, within the protests? Because if you haven't seen, you probably have. I'm doing a puzzle, and I just could do with some ideas for the smaller bits, but I'm trying to do like a 2024 puzzle. So yeah, if you have a favourite moment of 2024 that you can think of, drop it in the chat, and I will make a note of it and get it on Le Puzzle. Another sip, recommended sip. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some. Excuse me. I've got some quotes I'm going to write on there. I just got the whole city rejection, the streets, but that was before I heard him say, "I'm a cook your ass," and I was like, "Oh, that's amazing." Because when he says it, he means it. He is going to cook your ass because you're not doing your job, and I like that. I hope they feel the heat. Um, Aww. Brad said, "My highlight was finding your channel, Fluff, because I'm now doing art every day and I'm feeling better for it." That is the absolute best thing I could ever hear. That is the absolute best thing. That is the sweetest, nicest thing, and I couldn't be happier for you. For yeah, because you really have. You've just been smashing out the art. You've done so much amazing things. Flowers, the birds. You know, you really jumped in 2 feet with the neurographic as well, and it's amazing. That's really made me feel good. Thank you so much. And yes, Xenu's hopscotch. I need to nail it. I got a screenshot. I got a screenshot of it and all of its glory the other day. The thing is, I think it's because of the aphantasia. I can't see things in my head. So I can't see things that I've seen. I can't imagine things that I've never seen before. Like if I was going to make something, I would sort of talk through it in my head and then be like, well, what would happen if that was put there? Well, this would do that and this would be that. It's all very logical. And then I'd be like, but that measurement wouldn't match up to that measurement. So actually, I don't have enough. I will need to buy another one because I've logically talked myself through building it in my head, if that makes sense. But I can't see something. I can't imagine a beach, imagine a ball, see someone's face. So, yeah, I'm sorry for costing you money in art supplies. I mean, if you sell your art, Brad, then you get some of that money back. Those peacocks are beautiful as well. Really beautiful. Or, because do you know what we maybe could do? Who was it? Feral Cheryl was on about going to the next Comic Con at Tampa, which I don't even know. Scientology might just be like, it might be mostly gone. I don't know. I'm so optimistic. But she was on about getting a booth in the Comic Con and setting up my arm, setting up an SP booth next to the Scientology booth, which would be hilarious. Um, so I was thinking, like Squirrel Fest or the SP booth or something like that. If someone in the community was going to like a fair and they were going to have an SP booth, and this would work on trust, and I would be prepared to do this because I would never sell my art. I'm not planning to make money off it, and whoever I would do this with, I would completely trust. I understand not everyone's going to feel that way. Again, optimist. Yes, I get burnt a lot, but yet I continue. But yeah, anyway, someone's going to a fair and say Feral Cheryl, and she's made loads of the super cool BTs, the little crocheted body Satans. And then she's like, you know what, there's this big old booth and I haven't got enough to fill it out. So maybe Marilyn sends, a few Rodneys and Raymonds over to sell. And then maybe Jeff sends over some acrylic pour paintings, and Aaron Lyer sends over some of his pour paintings, and Pup Groomer maybe sends some of her diamond paintings, and Maya sends some of her paintings, and oh no, Maya's in Europe. Janelle sends some of her beautiful watercolor pebble paintings, and everyone could send their stuff, and then say if this sold for $10, they would say I'll send $5 to me, and then $5 to the foundation. That would be bloody brilliant, I think. And then you'd have enough to fill out a stand of different stuff, and you'd have a different story. Oh, this is from the SPTV creator, PTS for Life. He's escaped out of Scientology. He's actually been disconnected from his father now, and And if we're in Europe, this is Maya's collection. She teaches us and keeps us sane. This is Samuel, also known as the SP chef. He was raised in Scientology, was recruited into the Sea Org, made to sign a billion-year contract. This is what I think. That would be brilliant. I'm going to go let the dogs up because they're barking and it's doing my head in. I can't think. Oh, yes. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, we're so excited. Excited, babies. Oh, my knees. Okay, we're going to try on this chair now. This kneeling chair that is less than my knees. But upsets my bum. Yep. I would totally be on that. I would. I'd send my art. And so I would send my art. I would send whatever. I'd try and make some good things. Yeah, you could make bracelets. Yeah. Paracord bracelets, key rings. Yep. An SP stand selling merchant art would be awesome. Yes, and every person would have a story. Every piece, every person. Boob forest, like that is insane amount of work. I don't expect Tilty to make any more of them. But imagine if they made mini boob forest bookmarks, and each of them had hashtag boobgate on. And they'd be like, what are these bookmarks about? Oh, these $5 bookmarks. 25% of the proceeds will go to the SPTV Foundation, and 25% of the proceeds are going to go to Nance Drew, who is currently having to pay legal fees to defend her breast, just the one, the naughty one, apparently, in court because apparently it's an offensive weapon. Apparently, she's having to pay. No, she is. The fact she's having to pay legal fees because apparently her breast has been used as a weapon. It attacked somebody. Please look it up. Can you just imagine how good this would be if this was to happen soon? And you could make booby beanies. You make little beanie hats that look like they look like boobies, and they have like a little nip at the top. If you crocheted. I see no reason why we can't set up an online shop for this. I have the stores and have the stores separately. That'd be brilliant if someone had the know-how, but then you've got to pay for the site and and advertisement, but that would be good. But yeah, I just think how amazing it'd be to have this out so you could talk to people while you're out, and to just have it set up next to Scientology stall. Like if there's a Dianetic stand, you'd be like, I want that one next to it. I need it. I must. We made booby beanies and sold them for a fundraiser. I wore one at a fair booth for 3 days, sold a ton. Yeah, you would because they're cool. Who would want a booby beanie? Even fun to say. Who has the ability to do this? Don't mind. Let me see. I don't mind chipping in some of the cast. Is there someone else here? There's just me here. Yeah, same, Joe. Same. I was like, I would have to take a run up to attack someone with my boots. Like a flying jump, flying squirrel move. Look, this is what happens. This is why I always have paint on my arm. Because I put the paintbrushes down and I've got green and red. There we go. Christmas arm here. Dear me. Okay. We continue. And then I forget what I've done. I lean in the wet paint on the paper. Ruin that. Yeah, I like this idea. I mean, we're probably just past booth season. Oh no, Christmas. Christmas markets will be coming up. They'll be hitting the Christmas fairs. This is something we could start planning and making for now. Because we need to think of things that sell, which are small things that are cheaper and we can make a few of. So yeah, I could try and knock out a few simple neurographic designs. Let me think. Yeah, that might be saleable. Oh, I don't know. Have we got anyone with motion sickness in the chat? What is happening here? This is all hound for review, hound for review, hound for review. What are you people doing? What are you doing? Let me see. I gotta stand up for a minute. If you have motion sickness, please look away. I'm so sorry. Okay. Boobs of SBTV, yes. Yes. This is the sort of art I've got at the minute. I've got Eric. This is my SPTV art, mostly. My humble and kind for our Tony. Eric. You're still in the cult, Tammy. Love understands. This is more of the plain neurographic art. I do a few pieces like this. You got a few pieces like this. Oh, I was thinking I could maybe do the pink elephant, but that took ages. That took ages and ages and ages, but I could try to do more of those. Let go, ego. Espotivo. Samuel. Fully embrace your freedom. That was inspired by Kelly in Sacramento, but she goes to LA. Let kids be kids. That was Thunder Squirrel. And Natalie and our Tony. Oh, for OOP Media. Just inspired by all the funky shirts he wears. Hey, ooh. This was inspired by Z News and the chalk she cannot use on the sidewalk because it doesn't show up. Like Christmas cards. Enjoy a Christmas of freedom. Art heals. Can we see that very well? Reconnect. Oh, it's like this. That's a watercolor piece. I like this funky ducky. Can we see that? That's a funky ducky. Oh, and coming to save me from my distracted walk around the house. Special guest. I have a lot of sapphic pieces. This piece.
Hello,
You're
hello.
just joining me on a walk around. What piece have we got?
Oh, just in time then.
Oh, this one I'm thinking. If I did some more like this piece that was more neurographic style, maybe this one here.
I like the giraffe.
I didn't do the giraffe.
No, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, Brad. Who is already talking about Christmas? For me, you don't talk about it until the end of November.
No, because unless you're doing a festival or fair, because then you need to start preparing now, which is what we are talking about. We initially started talking about how Feral Cheryl was going to get a booth next to the Scientology booth at the next Comic-Con in Tampa. And then I thought, that's a bit far away. And then I thought, Christmas, that would be the next big fair time. And if a lot of people in the area, say in America or some people in Europe, could all send their material to one person who was going out to a fair, and then they could sow and explain, oh, this SPTV creator made that. This is made by Bianca. She's in Sweden. She's grew up in Scientology. She was in the Sea Org. You know, stuff like that.
That's a good idea. I like the Fluffer. Where have you been all my life?
I think if I sent 10 pieces of my art in and they sold it for say £10, they could say give £5 of that to the SPTV Foundation and then give £5 back to me for material and postage out or whatever. Or if it was 50% to the foundation, 20% or 25% to them for being there and doing it and standing there all day, and then I get 25%. As long as it covers the shipping and the materials and that, I can.
Well, the ones in the UK, we can send it all in one go instead of multiple people to save money. I'm going to say hello to the chat in a minute. I'm not ignoring anyone. I just want to tell you before I forget, that's what I'm waiting for Amazon to turn up. I ordered paper, pencils, and acrylic paint.
I'm actually so excited.
Because I talked to my new therapist and I was telling her about you and therapy, art, and she said, oh, that's brilliant. You should do that. And I'm like, I really would like to, but I have not at all an RT bone in my body. I don't know if I can do anything. And then I ordered somewhere else a big A4 notebook, and it came with lines in it. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, I can't draw on that. So I was trying to draw the Edinburgh Castle and it came out totally wrong. So I thought, okay, I'm going to order some paint. You can paint differently than with pencils, you know. So I still have some personal shit to solve next week. But after that, we can try something. Okay, I'll just because I saw my name a few times, I don't want to ignore anyone.
I'll just show
about boobs on.
We were talking about the boob gate. We were talking about Nance Drew boob gate, and then everyone just boob in the chat.
Sugar pants.
Maya, I don't live in that gallery, but this is my downstairs now, and I might make some pieces. I might make some pieces like this. I think these might be popular, maybe. This is my froggies, my favourite little froggies. I might do some pieces like this because they're quick to do, and or something like this, the neurographic art style.
I still would love you to do one with my cat, Bria.
Yeah, send me a picture and I definitely will. What have we got? See, this is some more. This is the like lesbian pride flag
All
and
right,
a
yeah.
hair. So I've got a few like I've got like a pride selection.
I like the
Um,
one on the left, the lady with the afro and the glasses. It reminds me of the 70s.
yeah,
I like that.
that's sort of a weird piece I did, just doing what that was. I was just doing whatever I felt like. But yeah, I might do some pieces. I have no idea what would sell because I've never sold anything. So if someone had an idea, went, this one's good, replicate that, I would do that to sell. But I've got no gnomes. Should I do a gnome? Do I need to
Okay,
paint a gnome
just
now?
quickly, can I just quickly say hello? Hi, Joe. Where have I been? Oh, I have a lot of private stuff to solve, and every time I think everything is finished and solved, something new pops up. So that's why I have been a bit cooling down. I have not watched a lot of Scientology stuff either, just to keep my mental health in shape. Um, yeah, I'm actually working on a video at the moment. Something came up here in Europe, so have a look at a new video from me later today. It's in cooperation with Yolanda in Switzerland, so and others. Chicken related art. Brad, Brad is again in good form, isn't he?
Yeah. And I like that, Maya. Everyone has art skills. You just need the courage to try. Absolutely.
I think I do have the courage, and my therapist is actually pushing me. And I said I will try, because I told her about Fluffer and TiltyBird and what amazing art you're doing. And I said, if I can only do half of it, it would be brilliant. And she says, it doesn't matter if it looks good or not. At least you're trying. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not very, roundy. I'm quite square, like a bit like Miro. Well, Miro did squares, roundy stuff too, but I'm quite a bit, like that. Or Klimt, he was quite. But I'll try anything. Irish mod, I like watching too, but watching makes me give them, how you say that? It gives me the urge to try. So that's the last stuff I bought for this month. And I'm not going to buy anything anymore that I don't need.
This
What
morning
is
we
he talking
discussed
about?
the fact that
No.
Gnome is a gnome pirate with a chicken on his shoulder.
With this, the fact that gnome is a gnome, pirate with a chicken on his shoulder. Normally the pirates have a parrot on their shoulder, not a chicken, but I don't get the funny side of it, so I'm sorry, Brad.
I think the randomness makes it funny. The
Oh,
absurdity.
look at my cup. That's my latest gadget.
Oh, lovely.
You put stuff in it like your coffee, your water, hot water, milk, and then you push a button, and then it steers. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, well,
it stirs it for you. Self-stirring.
yeah,
Oh, it's
I
fancy.
love it. Yeah, so don't show that. Don't try that at home.
Mhm.
Gnome doesn't have a parrot. Yeah, but Brad, you said a gnome pirate. And I said, a pirate has a parrot. Bloody hell, these are tongue biting. Okay. What are you doing at the moment, Fluffer?
I'm just painting this Espatovo
Oh,
with way
lovely.
more lines than I should have done. I don't know, did you, well, you said you haven't watched anything. I would suggest there is lots, understandably, but the stream I did with Scientology was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And she's got like our bot, LRH bot, and we're asking it all these questions, and it just was like tearing David Miscavige a new one.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
I like the colors.
Yeah, it's just been a bit random, this one.
But that's what you're saying. Where's this fly coming from now? Is that sometimes the colors don't have to match, right?
Yeah.
Even though I understand what you're saying, I'm quite when I watch men dressing themselves with suits and their shirts and their tie, and if they, for example, have lines in their suit and then they have lines in their shirt and lines in their ties, that makes me crazy, because that's not how you should dress. Or when the colors don't match, that I have issues with, I very long couldn't understand women matching orange and pink in their clothing. Now it doesn't bother me that much anymore. But in the past, orange and pink just didn't match. Let's see what people say. Lori, I'm just going to bed and I saw the word sad, so I rushed in. You okay?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I would just miss my stream with TiltyBird, but it's just too late for them, and I just will find a different time that works for both of us and everybody. I just don't
Yeah.
want them seeing it, but I did miss them, so I thought I'll come on and do a stream on my lonesome, and then Bridget turned up. Thank you so much, and keep me company.
Yeah, well, like I said, I haven't done very much lately. Uh, Sometimes your private things are more important and needs to be dealt with first.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's one of these phases where you think, okay, now everything is dealt with, everything is okay, and then another bloody thing turns up, and
yeah,
you're like, oh, I can't catch a break, can I? So
yeah.
hopefully next week, another week to cool around and things like that, and then we should be all right.
Is there anything that anyone could sort of send that'd be helpful, or have you just sort of got enough to get through when you just think, oh,
Or
give me a
I
week?
found people through Citizen Advice Bureau.
Yeah,
So, actually more like helping me with professionals where I don't have to pay too much, because obviously, because I lost my job a few months ago, I'm sitting on my money. I try not to spend too much. So that's why also I have to be careful not to buy stuff that I don't need, but I want. So that is always a bit of an issue with me. But
you
I
do
try
need
to
art
spend
supplies.
less than I normally would if I would be working. So yeah, CAB here in East Lothian are extremely helpful, and they find people, and always on the same day you call or you go and visit them. So that's good. It's just when people are cheap, they don't have openings that quickly. So that's what takes a bit time. So I call a bit everyone until I get someone who has time. but I'm getting there, and I should be all right at some stage.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just, and my therapist also said you need to talk to your friends. You have to tell them what you're going through. And I said they have enough problems on their own. They have families, grandchildren. They don't need my problems as well.
I
She
think
doesn't agree with me.
not
I
that,
don't
no.
care. But that is a thing. I'm gonna be very tough on it. I'm not gonna. Yeah, if I see them, if we go to lunch or something, and I see them soon, then I will say, yeah, I've been a bit through shit. But otherwise, I'm not.
I think that if you ask people, then like that's what I've found with a lot of stuff. It's just consent. It's about saying, hey, I've got a lot on at the minute. I need to just air it out. I need to rant, or I need your advice, or I really don't need your advice. Are you in a position to just listen for a minute? Are things okay enough with you for you to listen to the stuff
I
I've got on? And if someone says
I
yeah,
agree.
green light.
I agree. I used to be like that until the pandemic hit, and then everyone had their own issues to deal with. And it's very difficult now for me to shift. I'm also a person who very rarely asked friends and family for help. So I always sorted my stuff out on my own. So it's at my age, it's difficult to shift, if you know what I mean. It's a big hurdle to jump. I don't have time to jump that hurdle. I need to solve my problems. That if I have to spend time on getting my anxiety into check, to speak to friends or family about certain things, it would take me much more time than to solve my problems. Bonnie, can you stop? Thank you very much, but you hurt me. She just kicked me. Ow.
Oh dear.
That means she agrees with you and not with me, Fluffer.
Yeah.
I need
I
to be
feel
careful.
like
Stop
there are
pushing
many
that button. The
times.
batteries are gonna go down in a minute.
Oh dear.
Bonnie, out of the kitchen. Come on, you know that. Bonnie,
Yeah, I
come
think
here.
many times in life where we're all hypocrites, and I just try and assess: can I wear this hypocrisy, or can't I? Am I going to feel shameful wearing this hypocrisy? Like hypocrisy, how is it going to feel with me if I look in the mirror wearing this? And sometimes I'm like, that's fine. It's not the most flattering, but I can deal with it. And then other times it's like, absolutely not. Can I deal with the hypocrisy of saying, we should have compassion for the elders, and then in another breath saying, oh no, but that elderly person, they can rot in prison for the rest of their lives. So
Yeah,
that being a hypocrite there, I can be like, yeah, because there are many nuances and things are individually assessed and weighed up and considered. So yeah, I don't mind being a hypocrite there, because what I said was just a roundup version of something that would take an hour to explain. So I don't mind. But then there's other things where I go, can I say to people, your mental health matters. You should speak out. You shouldn't put yourself last. You can't pour from an empty cup. You matter as much as everyone else matters. Can I do that? And then not treat myself into the same way? And I can't do that, because in my head, if someone seen me doing that, they'd just say, you don't mean it. You're full of crap. Like, I have to walk the walk as I talk the talk. Otherwise, I can't wear that hypocrisy. It feels too yucky. So for the sake of not wanting to wear that, I will treat myself with the sort of same advice I would want to give someone else and them take, if that makes sense.
it makes sense. I agree with you. I'm not trying to find excuses. I just don't have the energy for it at the moment, if you know what I mean. And as well, she did give me some medication, which I was very reluctant to take. And I have not slept so much and so well in over 6 months.
Oh,
But that worries me because I'm worried I'm gonna get addicted. That's why I don't want medication in general. But yeah. But if it helps with my anxiety and all that stuff, everything that I've never had before the pandemic started, then but I don't want to be solved by medication. I want to be solved to find out what's going on, because it's not the job loss that is, well, yes, it is one of the reasons. She said the one of the traumas, but she says this has woken up other traumas from the past. And then a
yeah.
lot of things have come up, with what my ex-husband tried to do to me, and um, everything that I've been through my life, which actually I always thought that was good, what happened to me in my life, because that made me who I was and have the strong character. That's why I think the pandemic, and I know I'm not the only one, it affected so many people around the world, and especially children, um, that suddenly you are faced with something you're not, first, not prepared, then secondly you never thought would affect you. And that's 4 years ago when the pandemic started. So how long will we still have to deal with it? I don't know. But I actually just realized I'm just starting to deal with it now. So yippee. But I'm not here to talk about sad stuff. I'm just coming to say hello. Okay. Brad is still talking about chickens. I don't know what you guys were talking about early on. What does he say? What is the name of the chicken with lettuce stuck in her eye? Chicken seed salad.
Apparently, YouTube doesn't like the word lube because it blocked Brad's message. Oh, that's funny. Brad, if you
What do
get
you
timed
call a
out,
hen who owns a chicken farm? A poltergeist. A poltergeist. Yeah, I got
oh,
that one. The other one I didn't get. Badum dum ching. Take care of your. Right. Yeah, Joe. It looks like. At least it helps me with my sleeping. Um, which word, Brad? Chicken? It's all I can read when I look at the chat. So all I can read is chicken. I shouldn't say that word too much. Baxa has looked at me twice now, like to say, "Oh, do we have chicken at home?" No, we don't. Fluffer, Afila is, I don't know if I say it properly, but Afila is asking if him can pop in.
yeah.
Oh, Brad, now I get you. I know which word you mean. Yeah, that's what. The gnomes that my Alaska life just wrote it in one
Mhm.
word. Brad, just before I go, so Afila can join. Brad, are you living around Brighton, or do you know Fluffer?
I know he goes around there. I'm not sure if he lives there. He might go by there for work a lot. I'm not sure
I
where
used
he
to
lives.
go there very often. My stepdaughters have grown up outside Brighton in Rottingdean. 30 minutes. So which side? East or west?
He might
Doesn't
not
matter.
want us to
You
go. Yeah, he might want to.
Brad, you probably know Rottingdean, Soldin, that area. So I still have my wait a second, Zoe, my youngest stepdaughter is still in Brighton. Who else is still in Brighton? No, everyone else has. The two oldest have moved to Cornwall where their mother lives. That makes 3. Then I have another 3. One is in Devon. One is in Portsmouth. That makes 5. One is missing. Which one? Oh no, Emily. Emily is still in Brighton as well. So I have 2 stepdaughters out of 6 that are still in Brighton. Yeah.
Please don't bark. Mm-mm.
Well, mine haven't barked yet, but when they're gonna hear someone behind the door, Baxter is gonna jump like a goat.
Mm-hmm.
You never seen something so funny that this dog can't jump properly like a dog. He jumps like a goat with all 4 legs at the same time. It's hilarious. And he hides his food like a squirrel.
Bless him.
I found out something about Edinburgh as well, Brad. I might actually make a video about that today as well. About Scientology in Edinburgh.
Oh.
Oh, it's nothing big, but still, it is a pattern we seem to find everywhere a little bit. So I'm not going to say much, otherwise no one is going to watch my videos.
Well, we've got pressure on the school. That school that's just had the visa sponsorship cancelled in the Scientology school. That's brilliant. You've still got, I think, Diane Abbott pressing HMRC as well to look into the taxes. And then you've got everything in Copenhagen as well. Absolutely fantastic across Denmark. Brilliant.
I actually I've seen him and Aaron, the French guy in Denmark. I actually messaged him asking for doing an interview, but in French with him. But he hasn't replied to me at all. So I'm going to ask Miriam again if she could get us connected somehow.
Yeah, I think probably busy time at the minute. Is it doing the lots of interviews maybe?
I discovered the story about a school in France in the mid to late 90s, and 25 years later this has still not gone to court yet. So that's another story I want to cover.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's in France. That is quite a big story. I mean, the prosecutors have been working around the clock for 25 years. Prosecutors have come and gone. Yeah. So you wonder again as well why this is not happening when in France, obviously, Scientology is classed as a cult and not a religion. So why is nothing happening there? Yeah, there's quite a few things going on around Europe at the moment. I feel like people are waking up. So, um, yeah, look out for my video later today. Um, I I'm just waiting for my parcels to arrive to finish the editing of the video, and um, and I'm doing something else as well.
Nice. And then we've got a feeler, and I think, well, she is in Australia, but she might have some news on South Africa, maybe? Maybe. I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
heard something about South Africa too, but I'm just trying to remember
I know
where,
T did
when, what.
one with or is doing one with Windy, but I feel like a feeler's done some on. I'm not sure where, but not Australia. It might be. Oh, I don't know. I'll just ask her. I cannot remember.
Okay, Brad, music called agrotech. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm a girl from, you know, disco time, house, this kind of things I used to like. Now I just listen to whatever I like. I feel like you said, no, not me. No, not me. What?
I thought you were looking into Scientology somewhere other than Australia. But my
Oh,
brain
me?
is not working.
No, I don't do Australia.
No, a feeler.
Oh,
A feeler's
sorry.
in Australia.
No, yeah.
Stop
I don't know how
growling.
you managed to remember all this stuff.
No, I don't. My brain's fried a bit sometimes. This new medication as well has really knocked my memory off, and I'm not enjoying that.
Mm, yeah. Canberra. Yeah. I probably pronounced it wrong, but yeah, I know that's in Australia. You don't know that perhaps, Afila, but I was born in Sydney, but I don't remember much of it. I was quite young when my parents came back to Europe. So hopefully I can go one day to see where I was born.
Be nice.
Yeah, my parents emigrated there in the early 60s. Separately, I mean, he went from Belgium, my mom from Switzerland, and they met in Australia.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Uh, at least it's not raining, and thank goodness they're both tired and sleeping. We went out early on.
Please stop. You can go downstairs. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. He's just on the slowest slide off the bed.
I feel like I'm gonna try to copy and paste. I don't know. I've never done that in my life, so give me a second. Let's see if I can copy and paste in
Yeah,
the
you'll have to go out of the live, Bridget, for her to come in.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll just try to find the. Oh, because I started it where the link you sent. Okay. I feel like as soon as I say goodbye, I'll copy and paste the link into the chat when I'm gone. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Is that okay? Um, yeah. Otherwise, I don't have much. Yeah, I'm not very crazy like I'm normally am, but I'll be back soon. Honestly, I promise. I still need to do the interview with Manning 8, which we haven't been able to do because of technical issues. So we haven't set a date yet, so that will come as well. Fluffer, Brad is asking, can we really do this online art store?
I don't know.
What does he mean?
So you know what I was saying about like, ooh, echo.
Ooh, okay, what?
There's a bad echo now.
Really?
Oh, maybe it stopped.
I just put the my mobile back on a steady surface.
Oh, yeah, it just echoed for a minute there.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we were talking about with the fair, like the Christmassy fair,
Yeah.
Brad said we could just have an online store. I have no idea how to do that or set all that up. And I was thinking it'd probably be quite good to have just to be in person, just to speak to people about it
Yeah,
all.
we can do that. I could check with Xi News. They are I can't tell you the names of it at the moment, but
Yeah, I don't want to have anything
pre-designed
on site.
websites you can use
Yeah.
as art shop online shops. Well, not specifically art, anything you really want to sell, but not things like Printify or something like that. Or you can create an online shop on Amazon. You can create one on eBay. You can auction them off. But if you guys want a website, I need to check with Xenius. I can't find the name of it at the moment. It's a good idea. That is a good idea. I feel I like that idea. You can include the card with your artwork telling your story. The problem is though, so the artist would be the one sending. Oh well, yeah, fair enough. I'm a bit stupid, aren't I? Today I'm a bit slow. I like the card. Yeah.
I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be on for, Bridget. If you wouldn't mind going and dropping that link
I'm
for
gonna
Ophelia.
drop off anyway. Yeah. Just
Thank
Brad is
you.
saying he strongly believes that a stolen the person is going to be fantastic, but an online store to support that is a some. It also gives me a goal. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Thank you for the chat, Fluffer, and everyone else. I miss all of you, and I'll drop the link for you, Afila, and I'll talk to you soon, Fluffer. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye
Thanks. Bye.
bye. Bye bye. Bye. Where
Bye.
do I start? Oh, here. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Brad, if there's something that you want to do, amazing. I am borderline technophobe. It all stresses me out. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works, and I just don't want anything on the SPTV.space because we've got a few people already sending in like their websites, like, oh, please list my website on SPTV.space. As far as I'm aware, there are never in who I've never really seen in any of the chats or comments. So someone who's just making a store for merch, I wouldn't want to put their, put that on there, and then maybe people wouldn't think to go to like Natalie's merch store, or Kelly Copter's or Liz's or Nora's or anyone's. So I just don't want any. I prefer not just to have any merch links or anything like that, because it's just going to get overloaded, or we'll have to be really selective. A lot of it's on YouTube anyway. A lot of it you can just go to the 4-4 thing. See, I don't want to just have things that that make sense to me, and I go, oh, but except, like, I'm not the exception to any rule. Not rule, but logic, common sense marker. Ooh.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello. It's Fluffer.
How are you?
I'm good, darling. I've been walking, so I probably sound a bit puffed. But anyway, I'm speaking to Fluffer finally.
I know, it's amazing.
Dirty water.
Dirty water.
I try and say it with an English accent. You try and say it with an Aussie accent.
Yeah, it's how I get into the Aussie mind frame. Dirty water. Dirty water.
All right, I'll try and say it naturally and see how it comes out. Dirty water.
Dirty water.
What about dirty water?
Water. Dirty water.
So cute, so cute. I will have to join you one of these days. I have my half done. I tried to do a neurographic. I've started,
Yeah.
and I did. I want to show you, but I don't have it with me, obviously. So I've only got up to the part with the lines and everything. I haven't started colouring it in yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you go lines first?
Pardon?
You draw the lines first?
What did I do? By the way, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
So I think I did the squiggly lines, and then I did circles, and then I've gone in and done all the corner bits. But
Nice.
every time, like, I was trying to look online for instructions on how to do it, and everyone does it ever so slightly different. And me being a perfectionist, I'm like, no, just give me the correct instructions. So, yeah, eventually I just gave up and went, okay, that one looks good, and I'll just try it. Yeah.
The quote unquote correct way to do it is you draw the lines, and then you look at it, and then you find certain patterns that you're going to do in the same color, and then you do the other ones randomly. You're meant to have a bolder line, and you're meant to have a circle that you like scribble out your negative energy in.
Ah, I
If you want
see.
to do it properly, like a therapy
Yeah.
session minus any intrusive questions, we can do that when we do our paint and ponder, and you tell me all about your trips out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Well, I think, yeah, because I'm thinking I want to get the therapeutic aspect of it as well. So, yeah, because I guess you need to put some sort of thought or intention into what you're doing, right? I assume that's the case.
Yes, yep. So you could have a thought of gratitude, you could have negativity, you could not
Yeah.
know, and you could sit and be like, I feel rubbish. And
Yeah,
then
right.
you start to do it, you might notice in the circle, you're like, oh, that is anger. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's deflated. So it just kind of
Yeah.
help you realize what is going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So even if you don't necessarily know what the have anything in particular, but it's just you don't have to name it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I've been feeling so unmotivated lately. I want to do all these videos and I don't know where to start. It's almost like too many options. But also because I don't have the right setup and equipment at home, I can't do video editing because I've got a really old computer, and so yeah, it's really hard to do anything. But so then I just get all confused and I don't know which one to do first. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you watched the stream I did with Scientology Geek.
Oh, the recent one, I only saw a little, I think.
I think it was just so much fun. What happened is we were just having a call, and she was just going through all of her research and everything she's done, and I was like, this is amazing, like this is fantastic. And she's like, yeah, but her thing is she's got so much, it's years and years of research and
Yeah.
everything. She went, I don't know where to start. I was like, now just start, like with anything, just start. And she says, should we go live now then? I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
So yeah, we went
well,
live.
that's what I'm doing with you. Like literally, I was like, I don't know which one to do, and I end up not doing anything. And I'm like, well, I'll just go live with Fluffer then.
Yeah, we'll organise and arrange a proper paint and ponder, and we'll write in the description. If
Yeah.
you've got a few things, like just come help Fila decide what she's feeling.
Come give her a kick up the ass to get going. Yeah.
I mean, if you've
that's
got
how
a
I
few
feel at the
things,
moment.
yeah, if you've got a few things that you've been thinking of or working on, and you get 5-10 people in chat being like, I really, really want to hear about that, at least it gives you motivation to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's true. It does help when you get feedback, what people appreciate. But I think everyone in this community is a bit like that. There's so many rabbit holes you could go down. And that's the beauty of it. Everyone does their little bit, and it contributes in different ways. So, yeah, it's amazing. So you were saying before about South Africa? South Africa.
Yeah, I didn't know if I know that Perth Scientology audit was doing something, and she had a video with Windy. But I couldn't remember. Were you doing something? Was it Taiwan or?
Oh no, I did. No, it was only that. See, apparently, half the scientos in Australia are from Taiwan because they bring them over here.
Yeah.
On religious visas. And I did a video about one woman that was in the. She came over to Sydney Sea Org. She was Taiwanese, and they put her in that lockdown room. And she wanted to leave. They wouldn't let her leave. So the only way she could get out of it is she smashed her arm through a window. And eventually they were like, okay, we'll call the ambulance and you can go now. But fancy that. You're literally held against your will. The only way you can leave is just smash your hand through a window and cut it. Like it's Lisa McPherson all over again.
Yeah, but she still
McPherson.
had
I said that wrong. Sorry.
Yeah,
Pardon?
she had the strength and the ability to actually smash her way out of there.
Yeah, like insane. This stuff is still happening. Anyway, so yeah, maybe that's where you were getting that from.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would be interested to hear more about, because I think you had
and there was that murder that happened a few years ago. That was in the same. That was at Sydney Sea Org. A Taiwanese lady and her son, who was like a teenager, maybe 16, and Do you remember the story?
Yeah.
So
So go on, yeah, go on, please. I don't know if anyone else, everyone else has heard it.
oh yeah, so he was just a young kid, and apparently he had like some I don't know if he had developmental issues or things like that, and he wasn't taking his medication. In the end, they found he had schizophrenia as well. Anyway, so he had a fight with his mum and all this stuff. Oh, I'm not going to go into all the details, but so they basically, the scientists told him to leave the premises. I'm like, you're a foreign person, 16 years old, away from your mum, and they're not going to let you back in. So he was at the front of the building and was like basically wanting to go back in, and they sent security out to stop him, and then he put a knife on the security and on two of the security people. One of them died. So like, it's just insane. Like, where's the duty of care?
But
Like,
for
you're
minors and people with mental health conditions.
mental health conditions, a minor in a foreign country. Like, what is wrong with these people? So, and that's the thing. They're bringing all these people in from Taiwan, apparently. So you wouldn't even. I mean, anyone can get stuck in the sea org, but it's even worse when you don't know like where to go or how to reach out to people if you really did want to leave.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's so horrific.
Yeah.
But thank you for shedding light and raising awareness. I know it's not a nice thing to research, to talk about, to think about. You know, it's really, really not.
Yeah.
But this is so important, and they are trying to get their dirty claws in Taiwan. And you know, if someone knows anybody who could translate or could make a video, please do get in touch. We definitely want to help and highlight as much as we can. And this is me saying probably the royal way. I don't know, but I know for a fact so many
You can say
people do
royal
want
we.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And because, like, when I was in Canberra and there was that sign that had in all these different Asian languages, like translated English.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it makes me so mad. Because even like we have a lot of tourists, even, you know, so they're just trying to capture these people. And it was right next door. So in Canberra, it's right next door to the tourist information centre in the middle of the city.
Looking,
I get mad. I get mad when it's like basic human rights, you know, when it comes to things like mental health and stuff like that as well. But anyway, sorry, this is probably boring your chat.
No, this is fascinating. And you just happened to point out that they are just standard bullies. They're picking on people, they're picking on children, they're picking on the elderly, they're picking on people who are vulnerable because they're not in their country, and they're picking on people with mental health conditions. They are just bullies, disgusting bullies.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And you know that so the president in Australia, her so her daughter did like she did media a few years back, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. Came speaking out about how she grew up. Like, you know, they basically lock all the kids up away in dorm styles or however they lived in horrible conditions away from their parents. So your own daughter's coming out saying all this stuff, and there's been like not lawsuits, but, you know, charges and things, all this stuff. And it's like, how do you not see? You do see, you're just choosing to ignore it.
Yeah, they're acceptable truths.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, absolutely disgusting. If they still have a mod in the chat and you can drop a feelers link, that would be absolutely amazing, please. And yeah, we are on different time zones, but always catch the replay. And a feeler doesn't put out that much.
No,
So
I'm a really tiny
normally,
channel. I
I
have
know,
a
but normally you
yeah,
get notifications that way. I do get notified when you've got a new video out.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm only tiny. There's so much more I would love to do, but you know, there's life, and there's, like I said, don't have a proper computer. But
Yeah.
everyone's doing all their little, you know, bits in their own ways. Yeah. Um, and Bridget said she was born in Sydney, so she's a honorary Aussie.
Nice. There you go, Bridget. Bridget is already I don't know what the word would be. I think she speaks 4 languages. She's already cultured.
Is
I
it
don't know.
polyglot or something like that?
Yeah, polyglot is quite a few, isn't it? Yeah,
Polyglot.
maybe polyglot.
Don't know what's going on in the chat. It's
No,
pure. It's pure nuts that F Sciento are still doing and getting away with this crap Irish mud. 100%. They're still doing it. Like literally right now, they're still doing it.
and I don't like the people like, well, where's the proof? The proof is from the statement of the children who grew up in this, who all have corroborating stories. What are you on about? Where's the proof? There, listen. Like,
Yeah,
it's so frustrating.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I don't have a name coming up. I don't know how to do that. Sorry, I'm a feeler. Yeah, I don't know how to put my name on the screen. Anyway, someone was just asking.
Oh yeah, I don't have fancy StreamYard. We're just going through the tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Athena from across the other pond. Are we all just across the pond? I never know.
I have a friend in the UK.
Yeah,
Well, I probably have more, but you know.
I think my nana come round when I was on stream with I think it was some Scientology again, and she was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm on the phone. No, you're not. I am. Like, I don't know who would make that up. I've got a
Yeah,
pretty sad
exactly.
life, but
Why
not
don't you
that
believe me,
sad.
Nana?
Well, who to? Someone in America. You don't know anyone in America. I was like, oh, I had to talk my nana on the phone, and then she was like, oh, I didn't know you were on the phone. I told you many times, many times.
I know. I saw that. I know. I left you a comment because it was so funny, but I could just 100% relate because if you try to explain to other people in real life world what you're doing, it's you know, oh yeah, I know these people and they're in America, and you know, it's really kind of odd to explain because you do get emotionally invested with everything that's happening as if we know everyone personally, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
But the thing
yeah,
is, if we were watching, like, if this was like Game of Thrones, I've never watched it, but if it was, and
same.
I was like, oh, this character died, people would be like, oh, I know, it's so sad. Do you need a cuddle? But this is live. This is more real than Game of Thrones. Yet no one's going to be like, you know,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not the same level of understanding, even though it's actually real.
yeah. I mean, people do. Like I told my mum about stuff, and she sympathizes. Like she doesn't say, "Oh, you're an idiot. What are you doing?" So, so she gets it. Um, but it just seems odd to initiate that conversation. Like, oh, there's these people in America and the UK that I know, or online. Like, yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah, I
Um,
think coming out as gay to my very Catholic nan was it's all
oh,
downhill from here. Nothing I can do is ever going to be like that shock.
oh, so she's like, okay, anything from now on is just, I'll just take it, as you
Yeah,
say.
it's like, well, I didn't have a heart attack before, so I guess
Yeah,
we'll just get on. We'll
yeah,
just carry on.
yeah. You know what was beautiful? Again, this is gonna get a bit deep now. Um, I was telling my mum about like after Tony passed away and stuff, because like I felt it, right? So I'm like, oh, I gotta say to someone what's going on. So I had to explain that I'd been watching, and you don't know these people, but you kind of feel like you do get to know them. Anyway, and I said to her how he had said, like, I'm not afraid of dying. He said, I'm excited to see what it's like on the other side. And to me,
Yeah.
that's like so profound,
Yeah.
because really that is what it is. But most people don't get to that point of acceptance before they go. So I shared this with my mum to kind of, I don't know, just open things up a little bit. She's elderly now. But yeah, I don't know, it was just interesting, and it opens up the door to conversations,
Yeah. And I think it brought a lot of people in the community close together. I know I definitely received a good few emails of different people just being like, can I talk to you about my feelings? Because I feel it'd be weird to talk to other people in my
Yeah.
normal life. And then the amount of people who I just sat and just cried, like even just over email, over
Did you?
voice note. Yeah, I just about Tony being in intensive care, and then sort of knowing that sort of trip is normally a one-way trip, and not being able to send, we all care about Natalie so much as well, but everyone not being able to send get well soon messages, like it wasn't the appropriate time. And I feel like so many people in the community really bonded,
Right.
just through probably feeling like a weirdo bag of crazy.
Yeah, like a weirdo stalker. Like, why am I crying in the
Yeah,
supermarket
I
for this
cried,
person on the
like,
other side of the world?
yeah, the postie being like, you okay? And you'd be like, no, but it's a long
Oh,
story.
oh, drop
Tony,
short
against
media.
Tony. They're like, oh God.
Drop short media is worried about me walking at night. I'm near a friend's place. I just came out for a walk so I could chat. Yeah, okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me then.
No, there was a few people who were just like, I don't know how to feel.
Yeah. It's
Obviously a
almost
lot of
like you
people.
feel
Sorry, go on.
it's almost like you feel like you don't have the right to
Yes.
mourn, because you're like, but I didn't even know this person, and they're suffering even more. Like, that's how it feels, and then you just cry anyway.
Yeah. And it's like, is me crying disrespectful to Natalie?
Sorry, drop short media. I have to respond to you. We don't have guns in Australia. I think obviously we have guns, but not ones that people could just carry around randomly. No. And why would you? Sorry. Go on, Fluffer.
Yeah, I think there's enough things that could get you in Australia. Do you live in a scary part, or is all the parts scary?
There's no scary part, darling.
No, but like the animals, the supersized animals that all could eat you.
No. I don't live out in in the desert. I've been there. It's freaking beautiful. Everyone should go once in their life out to Uluru or the Red Dirt. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. We live in cities, darling, and we live in, well, there's lots, obviously, because Australia is so big, there's around the outskirts is all where the big cities are, and then inland there is obviously a lot of space. Yeah, but most people don't live there. They live in the cities.
No. Yeah, sorry, I got completely distracted then. But yeah, there was a big old, I think, and this is why you've got to expect people to, some people say clicks or whatever, but I think there's just friendships. People have just had friendships, and you can't expect to have deep, meaningful friendships with everybody. It's different with everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. You mean like this community? Is that what you were
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah. To be honest, I feel like there's lots of disagreements and things, but overall, it's just amazing to see, like the example this morning with Eric, was my morning with Eric on his art panel and all these people. And I really feel like you're the one that opened up the door. I don't know if anyone else has done it before, perhaps, but from what I saw, open up the door to getting on and doing creative stuff as well. And now everyone's just like, oh, I can also do that, and let's bring on a few
Yeah.
people to do it. And it just, when one person starts something, it's like it gives you permission. So anyway, yeah, it's amazing to see all these people in the community coming out, and everyone gives their little viewpoint or personal things that they can contribute to the conversation. Sorry, I'm puffing now. And probably should have walk and talk. I've been seeing, I think it's Keith, he does his depression walks at night. I'm like, oh, maybe I
Yeah.
should go walking at night. Yeah, so like, it really is a way of connecting.
Yeah, I think well there was like Tilty was uploading shorts that they'd made of just art for the community. And the thing was I'd made that list and then I had loads of people subscribe to just keep an eye on that list, I guess. And I thought I've got
Right.
so much trust and I had these subscribers and I just felt like huge imposter syndrome, and like I didn't
Everyone
deserve
does.
it. Yeah, and I thought, oh, I've got to show I've got to show my face, and yeah, and I
Right.
thought, what can I do? If any, I can just show that I'm not that good at things, but I give it a try anyway. So I thought, oh, the art therapy that can help survivors. It can help protesters after they've had, a long day out. Just introduce a lot of people to the neurographic art, if I could.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's
It
been
goes hand in
brilliant.
hand with healing and therapy. And
Connecting to your inner child again.
yeah, for sure.
It's
Probably
been
made you
great.
ignore the chat.
Well, yeah, I'm terrible with you. I brought a paint set
You know, you've
recommended.
been good tonight so far until I got on.
Yeah, anybody who wants to come on, do a paint and ponder, tell me what you've been up to, what you're planning, a story, like Afia's just give us a quick rundown. You have to go to her channel for the full story. But yeah, anything like that, I'd absolutely really, really like to hear that. And would you paint and ponder part 1 and part 2?
Me and Taz, I believe it's about 10 p.m. at night, something like that.
Oh wow. I don't know.
We get crossover time zones with everyone. Like literally, there's been someone on pretty much almost all day today, and I think it's like that most days because it was one person's nighttime and someone else's morning, and it starts all over again.
Yeah. This is what I said as well when we were first
Oh, me and
getting
Taz.
the site. And I was speaking to Z News and I was like, and I was like, and this could end up being like a 24/7 like TV station, but just the SBTV News.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I was
Or
like,
you
if
could
someone's
just.
on at all times.
I know. It's true.
So fun.
We have so many jokes and things we have to talk about, but maybe we're gonna save something for Paint and Ponder, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've been chatting online for ages, and I always look forward to your streams, and it's so funny, and you and Tilty and Rika and everyone. Like there's real stuff, there's therapy, there's Scientology talk, but there's also laughter and your sense of humor. It's just, yeah, I think we get along in that way, and Yeah, it's cute.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
I just think
Oh
I'm
my
this
gosh.
little oddball. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Next time, if I'm doing a walk and talk, I should probably go somewhere a bit more scenic. Yeah.
No,
My
are you
Greek was
far
at a
from
river.
where you are?
No, actually, I'm almost there, so I should probably go. And yeah.
Yeah, if you let me know when you're close, and I'm gonna hop off. I need to go put this beanbag back in the microwave. Get it on me achy creaky back.
Oh yeah, no worries. All right, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Are you near? We'll stay with you till you're like real close if you want.
Yeah, I'm literally like 5 spots away, so I'm all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're so caring. I mean, everyone in the chat, in the chat as well. All right, lovely to talk to you. And next time we'll do a little bit more, and I'll show you my neurographic, or we'll start a new one, even better.
Yeah, not under the dog stop. He's just licking her face. He's just, you okay? You don't need to do that. He's like, I do. I like it. She's like, don't stop him. It's a nice little face clean. There we go. Back to
I
the
love your
GP.
wall of art as well.
Easy. That's my cupboard of shame. No one look in my cupboard of shame. Look at the wall of art.
The cupboard of shame comes next to the wall of art.
Cupboard of shame has about 50 jigsaw puzzles in.
Oh wow. Okay, let's talk about your jigsaw puzzle next time as well.
I'll be
All
on
right.
Tuesday doing my jigsaw puzzle. I called it. Oh, that's pretty.
It's in
That's so
lights
pretty.
in the trees. It's
You know,
not
if you
even
look at your
Christmas.
analytics, you can
Mm.
see how people find your channel, and people have been searching for drama puzzle.
For what?
Drama puzzle.
Drama puzzle. Are
Yeah,
you serious? For your
so I named the
puzzle?
last one drama puzzle. I'll help you find it, whoever's looking for it.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
But why? It's not drama. It's all love. I mean, there is drama, but we ignore that. Oh, that's
So
hilarious.
I might be on tomorrow with Keith. I'll be on Monday with Tilty. I think we're going to do our paint and ponders on a Monday and see if that works a little bit better. Then Tuesday with the drama puzzle. Come along to any of them.
I shall see you online. Sometimes they're late at night, which means I probably should be asleep, but often I'm not asleep. But otherwise, I'll catch you another time. Lovely
Sweet.
to
Thank you
meet you
so much for jumping
finally.
on. You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. And bye to chat. Thank you everyone for joining. If you've got any suggestions for the puzzle I'll be doing Tuesday, leave a comment on the video. That's my cue to go. Thank you so much for Bridget and for Ophelia for popping on. It was so great to speak to you both. And everybody take care. And Alvon Hub Court's on at 5 p.m. I'm not sure what time it is now. In a few hours to give an update on the restraining order in Copenhagen. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Dog hair raining on me. Everyone take care. Thank you so much, Hitzel, for being here. Everyone check out Hitzel as well for great content outside the Austin Orcs. That's it from me. Everybody take care. Peace out. Bye.